Hey everybody, today is Friday, November 11th. It is Veterans Day here in the United States, as well as, I believe, Remembrance Day in Canada. Yes, it is. Oh, Colo Clawfish. Um, so anyways, I'm going to talk a bit about my grandfathers. Both of them have, in my life, been significant influences on me. I have always reacted pretty favorably towards the military, probably because of them. Both of my grandfathers, my grandpa is my dad's father, and my granddad is my mom's father. So both of them served in the Navy. They went all the way up through the enlisted ranks. Granddad, I think, ended his career as a higher up enlisted man, and my grandpa allowed himself to be made an officer, which he comments was the biggest mistake of his career, but oh well. He recovered. And he retired as a lieutenant. Um, Both of them, well, my grandpa is still around today. My granddad passed away over a little over 10 years ago. And so I didn't have as good an opportunity to connect with him as I have with my grandpa. My grandpa is a dirty old man, but because he went to knife and fork school, they taught him to lose compression instead of fart. So anyways, my granddad taught me a few things that have stuck with me over the years. Mainly that Pearl Harbor Day was December 7th, 1941 at approximately 9 a.m. on a Sunday. And some of the other things were always clear your plate. You can always go back for second helpings, so don't take a lot the first time, which is not entirely a lesson I have taken to heart, but I remember it almost every time I cannot finish my meal. He's also a man who believed in leftovers and dating everything in the kitchen and the bathroom, which is a very wise thing to do, in my estimation. I am terrified of expiration dates. He's also the guy who went to his local Dunkin' Donuts and asked them for the original dunking donut, because they used to have these, basically it's like the old-fashioned cake donuts, but they used to have this little nub on the side of them, and he went in and he asked for that, and they said come back tomorrow, and he came back the next day, and they had made a batch of these old fashions with the nubs on the side so he could dunk it in his coffee, and he would go every week and get a fresh batch. He was also the kind of guy who really loved his cheesecake. Oh yeah. Captain Dessert right there. And forever nagging me about mowing his lawn. Although whenever I was down there I was on vacation, and so I was never in the mood to mow the lawn. I did mow it once, but yeah. I used to spend entire summers down in Norfolk, Virginia, which is where both my grandparents reside. Coincidentally, they both live about a mile apart, both sets of my grandparents. So I was able to stay at one and visit the other, and go back and forth. It was pretty convenient. But being so close to the naval base, I mean, you can't get away from it. The military is right there. There are recruitment stations all over the place, as well as go-go joints. But Grandpa is the one who has taught me the love of the battleship. Our girl is the USS Iowa, BB-61. I believe the BB stands for battle boat. I think that's hilarious, but there it is. And in fact, I love that ship so much that I actually named my ship in Star Trek Online the USS Iowa. And my grandpa showed me last time I was down that he has a scrapbook of the war, World War II. And in it, he found one of those Sunday special edition pages. And it was December 7th, 1941, surprise attack on Pearl Harbor and that sort of stuff. And this yellowed newspaper page, and it made it seem all so real to me. I know more about World War II than World War I or any of the wars that came before or since, really. Mostly because my family was there. genuinely there. I mean, Granddad, I don't think participated as much in the war as in the aftermath. But Grandpa got his dad to sign him into the military at the age of 16 because his brothers were already in. I think Uncle Mowbray signed up, and Uncle Willard was drafted, and he was part of the landing in Italy as a medic. And Uncle Mowbray was on destroyers, I think, for a fair portion of the war. And but Grandpa spent, I think, the war on the USS Iowa, and then afterwards he was put on the Essex and bounced around a bit. That's what you do. I don't know. It's really hard to explain. They've had such an impact on my life, but it's really hard to point out exactly how, except, in the name of Granddad, I will never forget Pearl Harbor, Granddad, seriously. He's always quizzing us on things like that. But with Grandpa, I can only hope, with both my grandfathers, I can only hope that I will one day be like a tenth of the man that they are. That they are, hands down, to me, some of the most dignified and brave men I have ever met. And for all of you out there, have a very happy Veterans Day. And please be sure to express gratitude to all the veterans in your life, near, far, and to steal a line from Babylon 5, in memory, still bright. So, until next time, I have to figure out a video for tomorrow.